What's going on, guys? So today is Thursday. We're down to the last couple days. So before I go, today I'm just gonna do some ab work. And I'm gonna do a little bit of jogging. That's right, jogging. I usually don't do cardio, and I'm ramping up a little bit for P90X2. I don't want to go into P90X2 completely trashed and not able to keep up with it. So I haven't, and if some of you who haven't seen the previous videos or don't know what I'm doing, in this round of P90X, I haven't done any cardio. I haven't done cardio probably in about 4 months. So I did plyo for the first time last week, which is fine. It was great. But I'm at the level I used to be when I was doing it on a regular basis. So I'm gonna throw in some running today. I'm gonna throw in some ab work after this video, but I thought I'd just knock this out now and get a little bit of real talk. So today's topic is a little bit, it's a topic that I've been pushing off um, for quite a while. I've actually been avoiding this because I know at some point I'm going to step on someone's toes and people are going to get pissed off. But to be honest with you, I don't care. So some of you guys that follow me on the site or follow me on this vlog, I hope come to this website so I can give you real talk and real experiences and real information. I'm not going to sell you bullshit. If I didn't believe in the product, if I didn't believe in the supplements, I wouldn't talk about them. I wouldn't suggest them. Hell, I've gone through a lot of times where I've gone through and said, I didn't like this product, it didn't work for me, I wouldn't buy it. So I've done that a couple times. A couple creatine products I've talked about that I've done that for. But anyways, so today I want to talk about what I call the P90X haters. And I get a lot of people who are like, oh, P90X is just a program where you're just doing a whole bunch of pull-ups, a whole bunch of push-ups. And to those people, I say, well, not really. I want to say you, but I'm not going to. So, long story short, P90X is a very difficult program, and it's a very intense program. So let's talk about from the beginning why I feel this is a great program. I've mentioned this in a couple of videos, and this is a great program because it actually makes you sit down and have a full gambit of different things getting thrown at you that you probably have never been experienced to. The dieting portion, you get some resistance training, you get cardio, you get stretching and rebuilding with it, and then you get your good 6 days of working out. It's intense, it's hard, it's fast paced, and it's not what people are used to. And I think this program goes in with the right mindset. It goes in with the right mindset that it's not just about the workouts, it's not just about the intensity, it's about the diet as well. And it's about not just the resistance workouts, not just the cardio workouts, but also throwing in the yoga, throwing in the stretching, throwing in the flexibility. This program is a very, very well-rounded program. And that's why I feel so committed and so passionate about this program. I have not come across another program that does what this program does. This program gets you to a point where you're probably not physically fit, you're probably not able to do very much at all, you're probably not able to do push-ups or pull-ups, and gets you to the level where you're able to do pull-ups like crazy, you're able to do push-ups like nobody's business. And that's what this program's about. It does that by surrounding you with good nutrition, good pointers, gives you the right amount of intensity, it gives you crazy, crazy stamina by the end of this workout. Too many people sit down and say, this is a whole bunch of push-ups, this is a whole bunch of pull-ups. And there is a lot of push-ups and there is a lot of pull-ups. I'm not going to lie about that. But at the end of the day, this program is so well-rounded. Let me put it this way. If this program wasn't as good as it is, it wouldn't be selling millions of copies to date. It wouldn't be changing people's physiques from obese, diabetic people to completely fit people that are able to do things nowadays that most people can't even dream about doing. And I think it's the way Beachbody has gone in and actually set up this program. It's not just about, here's some workout DVDs and maybe you should think about eating this. It's so broken down to the nitty gritty. If you want to do just the meals, you can do the meals where they tell you exactly what to eat, when to eat it, how often to eat it. It goes down to the workout intensity. They're there with you every single workout. The workouts are intense. Tony Horton's there pushing you. You're sitting there, you're getting the full gambit of workouts. You're getting the cardio, you're getting the strength training, you're getting the stretching and the rebuilding, which you don't do. You go to the gym and you go and you go and do 30 minutes of cardio and you think you're done, or you go and lift a couple weights and you don't know the tempo, you don't know the frequency, you don't know the intensity, you don't know how You don't know percentages and what weight you should be doing and how hard you should be doing it, how many reps you should be doing it in. And this program gets people from the point of not knowing anything about fitness, not knowing anything about how intense to lift, how hard to lift, how often to lift, how many days to lift a week, what weight percentages you should be at, how many reps you should be able to do, where the burn should be. It gets you to the point where you don't know anything. I came into this knowing very little. I knew how to do a couple different movements. I knew how to run through circuits. I knew the intensity portion of it. I didn't know how to put the programs together as well as I should have. I knew nothing about the diet. The diet was something that I learned through this program. I learned about carbs. I learned about proteins. I learned about simple starchy carbs. I learned about complex carbs. You know, that one of those is wrong. Anyways, but at the end of the day, you know, this program forces you to learn those things and makes you much better at combining everything together and becoming a more well-rounded individual. After getting through with this program and after being successful with it, you're going to find yourself in a position where you can go out into the real world and say, hey, this pizza is this kind of protein, this kind of fat, this kind of simple carb, this and this and this. Maybe this isn't the best decision for my body. I think that's, in my opinion, why so many people are obese these days, because people don't know what they're putting into their bodies. People don't know how a pizza slice affects you, how the difference between white flour and wheat flour, whole grain flour affects your body, how the difference between a fruit affects your body than a vegetable, or the difference between a complex carb and a simple carb, or the difference between a starchy fibrous carb and a fibrous carb and a starchy carb. People don't know the difference, and people, because of that, people continue to eat what all these fast food chains tell you is healthy, and at the end of the day, it's not. At the end of the day, it's overly processed. It has way too many chemicals that probably shouldn't be consumed by a human body all day, every day. And at the end of the day, aren't getting you towards your goals, or whether it's either to lose weight or to gain muscle mass. It's just not what it is. So, two topics I want to branch off from here. One is the make me laugh. One is the actual gym portion of it. I mentioned the gym. I went to the gym for quite a while. I've been working out since sophomore year in high school because I had weights. My parents actually bought me some weights. I worked out at the house. And then around sophomore year, I also had weight training and I had wellness in freshman year. And you know, I always lifted with really good intensity. I always try to bring up the weight, do as much weight as I could, and really good intensity. I can honestly say that the intensity was never an issue. It was more so the nutrition. And then I've mentioned before, I feel like the nutrition is really 80% of this battle. If you don't have the nutrition, you're not going to get results. You just can't. Just like I mentioned in the analogy before, you cannot expect to eat McDonald's every single day and look like Jay Cutler. Now, put aside the fact that he's on steroids probably, more likely than not. But you can't do it. You can't eat whatever you want and get the results you want. You have to be consistent. You have to be tight and strong-willed with your diet. So anyways, I go to the gym for a very long time. I work out. I had, hour and a half workouts. I've been doing this since a long time. And it wasn't until P90X and the well-roundedness of the program that I managed to get a program where I built up the strength. I built up the endurance. I was actually at the point where I was flexible at the same time. And I had great cardiovascular endurance, which I wasn't doing. Before P90X, I hadn't done cardio in about a year. And P90X killed me. And you work through it. And that's just kind of where it goes into. I should be writing these down because now I can't remember what that second topic that I was talking about was. But I mean, these people go to the gym and that's the problem. Unless you have a trainer, unless you have somebody who knows what they're talking about, you're not going to know what to do. You're not going to know what to do to get certain results. If for example, I get women usually say, oh, I want thicker legs, or I want, this or this better butt or whatever. You're not going to know what movements to go into the gym and do to get that. You're not going to know what weights to lift, what intensity, what movements. The proper technique is really key as well. You're not going to know all of these things. And even if you were to know that portion of it, the lifting portion of it, the diet is more important than that. And so this is why I feel P90X is such a workout. Not because of at the end of the day, because Steve, Joe Blow over here, Jimmy Struthers wants to sit down and say, hey, I can go to the gym and I can lift and I can lift and I can lift. At the end of the day, it's about Beachbody making a program that takes people that don't know a damn thing about fitness or working out or nutrition and turning it around and creating people that are passionate about this. They're able to teach other people and help other people. At the end of the day, for me, it's not about going to the gym and pounding out a couple weights and being able to say, oh, freaking, I got results by going and lifting X amount of weight for whatever many years. It's about being able to say, I have full control of my nutrition and my diet and my body, and I feel at this point that I do. At this point, I mentioned to you guys before that, we're about to finish this week. I'm up for pictures, and although I mentioned to you guys before that I'm at a calorie surplus, I definitely do have more body fat on me than I'm used to, especially from seeing, if you saw my transformation photos where I was really, really cut. I have more body fat than that. When you guys see the photos, you're going to see that. I'm not doing a cut for these results. I'm not. I'm keeping this bulk going for at least 3 more months. And I'm okay with that. At first you go through the psychological issues where you're like, oh, I'm putting on this weight. It's hard going from ripped to with a little bit of body fat. But I'm okay knowing that because I know how to tweak my diet and I know how to eat to lose the weight rather quickly and maintain most of the muscle mass. Because when you cut, you're still going to lose a little bit. But anyways, that's the point. That's what it comes down to. It comes down to the fact that you have to realize that at the end of the day, after this program, not just are you able to pick up and go and learn how to work out in the right intensity, in the right order, in the right breakout for the week, you're able to sit down and tweak your diet and really know how to consume food for not just nourishment, but to empower you throughout your day rather than eating food for pleasure. So that's kind of what I have to say to the haters. At the end of the day, Beachbody has successfully created something that has helped so many more people than going to a gym, that going to the gym is doing for most people. I know too many people that talk to me and they're like, oh, I go to the gym 3-4 times a week, and I'm like, well, what do you do? And they're like, I just kind of walk on the treadmill and lift some weights. They can't really tell me what their training breakouts are, what their splits are, how kind of intensity, what kind of weight they're doing, whether they're going high rep, low rep, what their nutrition is like. They can't tell me any of that. And unless you have all those variables linked in together, you're not going to get the results. This is a lot of hard work, but it pays off at the end of the day. That's why I feel like this program works. Not because it's a whole bunch of pull-ups or a whole bunch of push-ups. It's because it's combining a lot of great elements together to make what I feel is a more well-rounded individual versus a person that just goes to the gym and lifts weights. Those people are usually the ones that end up getting hurt because they're doing too much weight, not doing the right technique, or a lot of the times are the guys that probably are trying to do a lot of weight, don't know what the heck they're doing, and they end up getting hurt because they're probably jacking themselves up trying to do improper weight. But that's kind of it. A lot of people are gonna get a little pissed off about that. I get some people also tell me all the time that they're like, well, P90X is great, it makes you lose weight, but I'm not looking to get like ripped, I'm looking to get big. And you can do that. I'm doing that now. Let me work the math here. I'm about 14 pounds heavier than I was from my cut, from the transformation photos. And so some of that is body fat. I have mentioned that. And let me tell you this right now. This is a caveat to all these people that say you can put on X amount of muscle in X amount of time. Most people are not going to, and this is like 95% of people, most people are not going to put on muscle mass without having a surplus and gaining body weight, body fat. There's no way you can do it. Most people cannot find that exact recipe for your own body type to gain muscle mass without gaining body fat. There's just no way of doing it. And so that's going to happen. For all those people, and I know I'm going to piss off a lot of coaches saying this, you're going to get a lot of coaches who sit down and say, hey, I gained 25 pounds of body, or just straight muscle in this 3 pounds of P90X. And to them, I'm going to say, you're fucking crazy. Because it's not going to happen. You're not going to gain 25 pounds of muscle, 10 pounds of muscle in 3 months. That's insane. Unless you are a really, really, really small guy, and you probably just started lifting and you just bumped up your calories like crazy, and you have a crazy fast metabolism where you don't retain a lot of body fat. And even then, I almost want to call BS. But it's not going to happen. I'm going to give it to you guys straight. It's going to take work. It does take time. but you're not gonna put on 10 pounds of muscle in 90 days. That's freaking hard to do naturally. Let me put that little caveat in there. Naturally, you are not gonna do it. The other options are not. I do not suggest them in any way because they're not worth the risks. But I've laughed because I've seen some videos of some coaches who are like, after this round of P90X, I gained 15 pounds of muscle and I look like this now. I'm like, no, you don't, because it's just no way. You know, all these actors say, oh, I've gained 30 pounds of muscle for this role, like in the 6 months. You didn't do that either. You probably slimmed down and you gained some muscle mass. When you gain muscle mass, you do have, and you have the right shape, you do look bigger than not. You can hit certain muscles to make yourself look bigger. Your shoulders, your traps, your lats. You can hit certain things to give you more of a square look and makes you look bigger, fuller. But anyways, that's a total side note. But anyways, back to the original topic. At the end of the day, that's why I feel like this program is so successful and as popular as it is, because it really does get results. If you have the right mindset, if you have the right determination to complete this program and do it right, you'll get results. You will. Everybody has. Look at the millions of people who've gotten results from this program. But it all comes down to the type of person that goes into this and the type of mentality you have going into this. So all those people who say P90X is a waste of money, I'm going to tell you, fuck you. Because at the end of the day, it's not. It's helping millions of people out there go from knowing nothing and paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars a year for gym fees and going and walking on treadmills to people who actually have a decent amount of knowledge, enough to be able to adjust their lifestyle to get the results they want to get. And that's what it comes down to, in my opinion. It comes down to helping the most amount of people. Because at the end of the day, I was that person who didn't know what to do to get results. I've been working out since my sophomore year at high school, and I got no results. I'll even throw some pictures in a little bit about what I looked like in high school. I mean, it's rather difficult to go somewhere for many years, work out as hard as I did, and not go anywhere because it didn't have that well-rounded knowledge of how to do everything. So anyways, but to close this, because I don't want to make this a 50-minute video, because I'm getting some choice words back here. That's it. That's kind of my thoughts to the haters. I'm sure I'm going to get, at some point, sometime, some comments on this video. But, I mean, that's my thought on it. I'm going to give you guys straight, real talk. That's just kind of the truth. If you guys have questions, comments, let me know. If you guys want to know about certain supplements, I'll try to do the best I can. If I've taken them especially, I probably can help you better. But that's it, guys. So tomorrow, I'm going to do some running here a little bit, do some ab work. Probably won't film that because you guys have seen that a million times already. Tomorrow, though, we've got legs and back. And that's it. So enjoy your day. Questions, comments, let me know. But besides that, guys, enjoy your day. Peace out.